13 of What If Civilization Started Over. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Let's get into it. So, the first thing that will be happening is with Poland. Yep, Poland. And they will be continuing to explore into like these Russian St. Petersburg Finnish kind of area. Nope, not that much. These kind of areas. So I do this. I'm gonna maybe try to start making the videos a little bit longer. Or I'm not sure about it because of school purposes, and so they expand to about that. And next thing is going to be pretty big. It's on the, if I can get the right layer. Poland is going to move their capital down here, back to Poland, where they originally were. And this is gonna kind of rise some tensions between the Germans and the Polish. Well, even though they're in alliance, they're starting to have tensions, which could spark a potential war. Next thing that happens is with the Mediterranean Union, as the Mediterranean Union will be attacking the Lime country. So the Mediterranean Union starts to invade. The reason they're doing this is that they consider them under like purple team, like blue lime team, blue yellow team people, so they're invading because of that. They use the capital of the country to go over to Corsica and take over that, and they make more invasions into the Italian country, the Lime Italians, and they start to absolutely destroy them. And Greece is a little bit worried about this. So what they're going to do is make like a mini, what shape have I not used? Diamond. Okay, the Diamond Defensive Pact is what I'm going to call it. Diamond Alliance. It's going to be between the Lime team, the Greek team, this country here, this country, yeah, those are all the countries. And this defensive pact is to go against the Mediterranean Union in their rule. And since the Mediterranean Union is invading a country in this alliance, they're technically invading the full Diamond Alliance. So, with that news, they quickly try to get the Lime Team capital. Lime Team. But because they didn't have much military over here, because they had a peace treaty with these guys that they wanted to declare war, so they didn't expect them to attack, and which is causing them to absolutely destroy the Mediterranean Union in this area. They're kind of big, but then some militaries had to come back from the Lime team and they quickly build up the military, pushing them pretty far back, all the way back, and pushing into them, and then they're gone. Yeah, that was another nation. That's another nation. Why would they join? They probably joined to get revenge. So, but now all of these militaries in the French and Spanish parts of their countries are going over to the Italian front, which is bad. And then even worse, the Lime Team capital is taken, and then another country joins in this war. And it's actually going to be probably not surprising, the Turkish country is going to join this war, starting the invasion of the Greek country. They're mainly doing this to to take control of the Aegean Sea, which will cause some possible rebellions in the Turkish nation. If you know about these guys, they started like when they originally the purple team had a light purple team break away from around to this area, and then that nation expanded a lot, and Turkey broke away from that, and then it expanded into like a lot of stuff, which they expanded to all the way to about to about here or something. They became massive, and they did take these guys over here in the eastern parts of the country, and now they're gonna go west to try to take over the Aegean Sea. But the people aren't really happy with the country, and this is gonna maybe spark some rebellion that may or may not happen in the next episode. Let's continue with war. This Crete Island is owned by, for some reason, by this country. Is going to attack, and then the great capital is taken, and it's not good for the Diamond Alliance. Let's check the Mediterranean Union front again. And the Lime team is just gone. Yep, they're gone. Yep, no more pixels. So they invade into the Italian peninsula, and then the Turkish country does something that might make the Mediterranean Union a little bit mad, taking over this area, little point of the Italian peninsula. And now, if they want to send ships from here out into here, then they have to go through the Turkish country. And if they eventually become enemies in the future, that might not be good. Back to war. Then the Italian peninsula is divided. This country is going to just no. They're not surviving. They surrender. And with their surrender, we can look at the peace treaty of this pretty big war. So let's look at that. This is the peace treaty. The Italian peninsula goes mostly over to the Mediterranean Union, and the Turkey and the Mediterranean Union pretty much split this stuff. Let's look at alliances. Yep, the Diamond Alliance is collapsed, not surprisingly, and these capitals are gone. And that was the pretty major war, I'd say. And the Mediterranean Union is having a lot of success, which might lead to their downfall. But let's go to another area. We're going over to the Great Country. If you remember the history of this country, it was like a pre-expansion, like East country that had a couple exclaves, and they're just going to expand more into this Russian area, taking a couple of these kind of areas before they stop around here to prepare for war. Maybe the Polish country, but that might spark another major war. Just saying. Major war may happen soon in Europe. But next thing that's going to happen is between these two countries. They're going to actually make a union together. The Ukrainian country and the Caucasian country. Let's see what that looks like. You probably already know, but let's just do it anyway. Okay, and this is what the thing looks like. But before we do that, we should probably move their capital. And unlike the Mediterranean Union, they're going to move their capital to a pretty major area sort of thing. And then, mainly because this spike kind of annoys me, they're going to expand into that. Which is, I forgot this kind of it. What? Let's just not worry about that.